there was a kid, just a normal kid who just grew up normally. Like, I had a lot of, basically as a kid I played every sport growing up. I was very active, very athletic. I was a very skinny kid, very teeth-native, I don't want to say so myself. But then something happened a little bit. So at some time, and I always say too, like I'm fighting a lot of different battles. So I can thank my grandparents for the heart disease that they've had. I can thank my dad for the obesity and depression. I can thank the Parker side of the family for the alcoholism in my family. I can thank both sides of my family for high cholesterol. And I can thank my self-esteem for some of this, this obsession with food and all of these things. So I think every day I'm fighting a battle with all of these things and all of these factors. And for so many years I fought that battle and lost. And this is finally one of the first times I can look at you and say, I'm winning. I haven't won, but I'm winning. So, yeah. So, we're gonna play a little game to start this, I think. No, don't come again. Okay, so here's the deal. Sorry, I told you this is last minute. Sorry for the lack of cohesiveness that's gonna happen, but I added this part. So for me, one of the biggest things is, you know, when you're an adolescent, you're growing up in middle school. That's for me when I started gaining a lot of the weight, getting picked on. And for me, you know, when you're just around your group of friends and the people that you're hanging out with, a lot of times that helps determine who you are at that age. You're so influenced by those people. So for me, I can attribute that time period by saying basically I started hanging out with the wrong crowd. Here were the friends that I started hanging out with. So for me, it was one of those things like, and my mom still actually to this day gets upset when we talk about it, but we used to buy a 24-pack of Mountain Dew, and that would be going in a day. We used to buy bags of Reese's peanut butter cups, and that would be gone in about a half an hour. There was one day, actually this last year, we were talking about it with some of our coworkers, and like some of the stories that I have around that time with food are embarrassing. Like I used to, in high school, sneak out after dinner with our family dinner. I drive over to Krispy Kreme, get a dozen donuts, get them in the drive-thru, eat them on the way over to McDonald's, get 2 supersized extra value meals, eat those on the way home in my driveway, because I was too ashamed to go inside the house. So I started gaining weight, and I started feeling just really terrible about myself, and I was ashamed by all these things that were going on. So, and me and this kid, like, we've talked before, and like, we're soulmates, man. Because honestly, like, he talks and I talk, and it's just like, we just know each other. So if you go to the next slide, we're gonna play a little game. So guess the order. There's 4 pictures here, and I would love to see if anyone can get the 4 pictures in order chronologically. So Kevin, I saw a hand. You want to give a shot?
Okay.
You can point, like.
I can point? Okay, I think the one in the middle, so up, yes, 1.
1.
Top hat 2.
2.
Bottom 3.
3.
Left one 4.
Okay, 4. That's incorrect.
I know what they are.
Give it a shot.
The middle one, the bottom right, the left, and then the top right.
1,
1,
2,
3,
3, 4. That's incorrect.
fail.
Things you know about your boss.
I was gonna actually guess that was 1.
This
Yeah.
1.
And that one was 2.
The
middle.
This one?
Yeah.
2.
And that one's 3.
This one
That
3?
one's 4.
That one 4. Okay. So a lot of people have a weight loss story.
Yes.
I have 2. I have 2 weight loss stories. So if we just go through, we'll meet a little bit of each of these people. So this is my junior year of high school. I was approaching 300 pounds. I was 275 pounds. That's my family. You don't have to ignore them. It's great. So that's one of the lowest periods of my life. I was really just struggling with a whole lot of things, and long story short, I knew that I had to make some changes. So I started working out a lot. I started eating barely anything. And in a few short months, after going to the gym about 2 to 3 hours every single day, and about eating about the diet that I don't know, throw it in like, not a 275-pound dude should be eating. I was struggling with a lot of different things. So anyways, a few months later, I got to that point. That picture is around the time I graduated from high school. Okay. Lots of years, no, not yet. Lots of years passed. Then 8 years later, I was in grad school. That's where I was at. So over the years, I've always struggled with kind of this roller coaster thing where I'll do really well for a little bit, I will do not so well for a little bit, and I will always balloon up and down. Johnny talks a lot about kind of this addictive personality, and for me, I call it like the all or nothing. And it's always everything's going really well or everything's going really terribly. So for me, I have one of those personalities. I have one of those life sides. So for me, people talk about, oh, I gained 5 pounds here or there. Mine was 40. I could gain 40 pounds in a couple months and then lose 30. And then gain 50 and then lose 20. That was the story between those two pictures. So 8 years after that, I was sitting on a couch, just miserable, hating myself, hating everything about it. So I decided to make a change. Spoiler alert, that was the picture taken last spring. Next slide. Yeah, that's Gaby. So basically, picture this kid, well, not kid, I was old at that point, already older than all of you. And like at the highest weight he's ever been in his entire life. Miserable, close to 300 pounds, depressed, just sad. I needed something, and I knew that I needed to change. And at this time, I found this video. So I wanted to share it with you.